was right. I was right. I was right. I was right. Yes. Now, why am I petty breaking? Cyberpunk had to put out a hotfix on December 11th. And the December 11th hotfix was for PlayStation and PC. So Xbox, y'all had to wait a full business day, goddammit. Y'all didn't get your hotfix till December 12th. Even though there is an Xbox exclusive Cyberpunk 2077 that's out there. Like, imagine buying a Cyberpunk 2077 Xbox and you had to wait a day for your hotfix. Can't relate. So what was in the hotfix? So, like, obviously this is extremely long list. So clearly it means we had some problems. We had some issues and some concerns to deal with. So look at this. Look at all the quest issues. And they actually had the audacity to put this shit out. Look at that. Performance and stability include various crash fixes. Like, I just don't even know how the fuck this happened. So it's called Brain Dance, and it's a way for how the story moves along, basically. And for whatever reason in hell, they did not do their research or something, but one of the flashes that are in the Brain Dance is red and white, I believe, with the LED. Red and white. For the people in the back that don't know why that's an issue, for people that have epilepsies, doctor used those LED lights to trigger people to have seizures. And a game thought that was a good idea to put that bullshit in there. Can't relate. So this was a hot fix, meaning it doesn't fix everything, but it's the things that needed to be fixed now so they could work on the other fixes. But according to y'all, there was nothing wrong with the game and we're a bunch of bitches complaining. That's fine. You can still believe that. You can still believe that the game is perfectly fine and normal. We're just putting out hot fixes for no reason. So keep on in that fantasy, girl. So then Cyberpunk, 18 hours ago, put out a statement. And no, the game's not delayed again. Relax. Dear gamers, first of all, we would like to start by apologizing to you for not showing the game on base last-gen consoles before it premiered, and in consequence not allowing you to make a more informed decision about your purchase. Ooh, this is for the people in the back. These people don't exist, remember? These people believe that this game was for PS5 and Xbox Series X, even though this game is supposed to come out in April, but don't tell them that. Fuck all that. Let them live in their fantasy, but we'll let them know, though. We're gonna let them know. First of all, we would like to start by apologizing to you for not showing the game on base last-gen consoles before it premiered. And in consequence, not allowing you to make a more informed decision about your purchase. We should have paid more attention to making it play better on the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. I got you, people in the back. I got you. Second, we will fix bugs and crashes.
But there is no bugs and crashes. I've been playing my game just fine. It's just a little bit hot when I turn on my PC.
The first round of updates has just been released, and the next one is coming within the next 7 days. Expect more, as we will update frequently whenever new improvements are ready. After the holidays, we'll continue working and we'll release 2 large patches, starting with patch 1 in January. This will be followed by patch 2 in February. Together, these should fix the most prominent problem gamers are facing on last-gen consoles. But the game was supposed to come out in April. Can't relate. We'll be informing you about the content of each patch ahead of their release. They won't make the game on last gen look like it's running on a high-spec PC or next-gen console, but it'll be closer to that experience than it is now. No, what we want is to be able to play it. It's not that big of a deal. Like, is that too hard to ask to play it? Finally, we would always like everyone who buys our games to be satisfied with their purchase. We would appreciate it if you would give us a chance. But if you're not pleased with the game on your console and don't want to wait for updates, you can opt to refund your copy. For copies purchased digitally, please use the refund system of PlayStation 1 or Xbox respectively. For box versions, first try to get a refund at the store where you bought the game. Should this not be possible, please contact blah and we will do our best to help you. Starting from the day, you can contact us for a week up until December 21st. P.S. PC gamers will also be getting regular updates and fixes improving the game. it's not a DLC, it's just you actually giving us a game that works. So then, Yong, who has been like a huge, like for me, and like this is just speaking for me. When it came to Cyberpunk 2077 news, when it came to YouTubers, it was Yong that I went to. Yong in my mind, is extremely professional and has been following the Cyberpunk 2077, like in my opinion, since like as far as I can remember. So like when it comes to like Yong actually saying something, it's like damn. Like that's your damn moment. Like it's like Yong had your back, bitch. Like he had your back. What hurts the most about Cyberpunk 2077 situation is the active deceit, which I will show you what that is. The purposeful manipulation of the review process and the intentional lack of transparency. That's the part that's going to be hardest to forget, and there's a lot of work to be done to earn that trust back. Keep in mind, this stuff can be attributed to management, not the ground floor devs. And no matter how unfortunate the situation, don't send gross insults and death threats. It hurts both sides of the conversation and accomplishes nothing beyond making you look like a deranged dick. And I do agree with that. Now, to be clear, if I haven't made it clear before, I do not blame devs for what I'm about to show you. The only people that I hold responsible for this are the people upstairs, and we know who the fuck the people upstairs are.
When I released part 1 of my Cyberpunk 2077 review, I issued a disclaimer, a warning, stating that CD Projekt Red would not allow me to use my own gameplay footage of the game to review the title on December 7th. I had to wait until December 9th, the day of the game's release in certain regions, before I could actually show you a lot of the technical issues that I encountered, alongside footage showing a lot of the stuff that I loved about the game, and I expressed how I felt that was very dishonest, like they were trying to hide something, and so I took a lot of umbrage with that decision. And then on top of that, CD Projekt did not issue any review codes for consoles, which I found to be suspect, almost as if they were trying to hide something. And it would turn out, now that the game has launched and a lot of people are playing the game and testing it out even after the day 0, day 1 patch, turns out, yeah, it's very clear why they handled reviews the way they did, and I find the lack of transparency there to be unacceptable and disappointing coming from CD Projekt Red.
There you have it. In my mind, and again, I don't know who made that decision, but in my mind, I believe it's the people that are higher up that made that decision. I do not feel like the devs did. And with that being said, and this is me being serious, there's like no jokes here, like no nothing. Imagine you putting out review copies that's solely for PC for a game that's not a solely PC game. Now that would make sense if it was a solely PC game to only give people to review the PC version. No, it's not. It's, you should have let the Xbox One players and the PlayStation players play it also. Because like, I'm sorry, even though there's a lot of people talking shit saying, you should have the PlayStation 4 Pro, or you should have, you know, the expensive Xbox One. You broke bitches. I'm sorry, that's not in everybody's budget. I don't know what to tell you.
Walk it like I talk it. Walk it like I talk it. Walk it,
the money, y'all. There's poor people around.
Take your shoes and walk a mile, something that you can't do.
Put your broke ass.
Big talks of the town, big boy gang moves. Gang moves. Take my shoes and walk a mile, something that you can't do.
Put your broke ass.
Big talks of the town, big boy gang moves. Gang moves.
Not everybody can afford a PlayStation Pro. I'm sorry, it is what it is. Like, not everybody can afford a PC that can run this game. And speaking on the PC, the man in the other room, he came to me yesterday night, and he knows that I've been talking about this. And he was like, hey, I want to clear something up with you, and I apologize for giving you misinformation. So he said to me before that he was using medium graphics with ray tracing. That was not the case. He was just using medium graphics. Then last night, he tried to put ray tracing on, and the game started fucking up. Then he came back to me saying there's another option. There's ray tracing, and I think it's called ray light. I'm sorry if I don't know the correct term of that. If you take the ray light off, then the game runs a little bit better. But if you don't, you get that shit graphics when it comes to on PC, because it's just not registering the ray tracing correctly, or the ray light. So then Angry Joe really came with the smoke. It's great they apologize and are offering refunds, but this should have never happened in the first place. They clearly knew what they were releasing. Bethesda did get a pass for Fallout 76 from me, neither does CD Projekt Red. And he's 100% right. Especially since they were being extremely deceitful and not putting out the console versions for people to review. Like, when I heard that this morning, like, I was disgusted. Like this shit, like, because, like, yeah, like, we've been having fun and doing memes and shit like that, but, like, that shit, that's just, like, deceitful as fuck. Now, I understand that Witcher 3 did not come out perfectly, and that CD Projekt Red is known for putting up patches and things like this. So they do have a history of, you know, following through, which I do understand. But I just can't, like, this is just a me thing. It's just a personal preference. The idea of you intentionally not putting out console reviews, I just don't like that. Like, yeah, I do have a PC because I stream, obviously, but I do have consoles, and I do love playing on my console. Like, I'm sorry, I do love the feel of sitting on my couch and playing a game. Like, I'm just gonna keep it real with you. Yeah, I do understand we're in a digital age, but there's still, consoles is still a legitimate way to play games. It clearly is. There's clearly a market for it. Says PlayStation 5 are, like, hard to come by, and the new Xbox Series X are hard to come by. Like, they're selling out like that. So clearly, we still want to be console players. There's still a need for console players. But for CD Projekt Red to deliberately know, and I'm saying CD Projekt Red, and when I say that, I'm not necessarily talking about the devs. I'm talking about the company itself. For them to deliberately avoid to give the review copies for console is disgusting. It can't be defended. So here is IGN saying how to request a refund for Cyberpunk 2077 for PS4 and Xbox One. And as you can see right here, it says request a refund for a digital PlayStation game. Good luck. For people that don't remember, with No Man's Sky, it's damn near impossible. It's not impossible, but like, it's so bad with PlayStation that's why I don't buy games digitally off of PlayStation, because it's that bad. And then Xbox is a lot easier. It's available within 14 days of purchase, and then, you know, with Steam and everybody else, like, it's easy as fuck. My final thoughts on all of this is you can put out the patches. Like, I'm thankful you're gonna put out the patches. Like, I'm thankful you have a schedule of when you're gonna put out patches. I understand that. And it's appreciative. It's appreciative that you're doing that. But at the end of the day, you knew that the consoles was not ready. You knew it wasn't ready, and you deliberately put it out there. You deliberately put it out there. Like, it just shows how much of a fuck you give, which is none. And the fact of the matter is, you have to put 2 extreme patches for this shit to work. Like, this shit's not okay. It's not okay. Like, I'm just saying, like, for me, like, I've lost all complete respect for the company, just to be honest with you. Like, it might, like, my feelings might change. It really might change. My feelings really might change. But, at this point, right now, And then the worst crime of all that you did, CD Projekt Red, you made beta males look worse than they usually do. Holy shit, the small dick energy that was going through the internet. They were defending you dumbasses for no fucking reason. Like, imagine defending somebody that don't give a fuck about you. Like, how stupid do they look in their mother's basement right now? Shame on you. Shame on you, CD Projekt Red, for making these neckbeards look worse than they already do. And to think that the whole was over a 7 out of 10, when bitch, this should have been a 3 out of 10, if we keep it real. But that's just my opinion.